Hi there, this is Tina VanDerwerker with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. I am here with Michelle Viola-Straight from Veterans and Community Housing Coalition. Hi, Michelle. Thank you so much for meeting with me today.
Thank you so much for having me on this little dreary day, but a great time for a Zoom conference.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So can you just kind of tell us a little bit about what does the Veterans and Community Housing Coalition do?
Sure. So Veteran and Community Housing Coalition has been around for 39 years. What we do is we provide housing and support services to homeless veterans and their families. We are based right in the village of Ballston Spa. We are in the Old Factory Restaurant, and we serve 7 counties. So our reach is great, but our grassroots are right in the village.
Nice. So what are kind of some things that you highlight as part of that organization?
So we started out, like I said, almost 40 years ago. We were the Section 8 provider for the county. Very quickly, they saw that there was a very large population of veterans that were homeless and there were no supports for them.
Mhm.
So looking at the population and seeing those numbers increase greatly, they went forward and created the Vet House, which is a transitional home for homeless male veterans. It's right down the road, right in the village of Ballston Spa, and it is a 14-bed home. Transitional homes work where the gentleman can stay there up to 2 years. So they come in immediately. We get them connected to their services, case managers. We work with them in health, wellness, financial stability, physical stability. And then once we feel that they are secure enough, we can then move them into permanent housing with assistance of our case managers. So that's one portion of it. As the years went on, we saw that there was another population of veterans that weren't being served, and that was female veterans. So looking forward, we created the Guardian House, and the Guardian House is very unique, and especially to our area. The Guardian House is one of 7 VA-supported homes in the country. It's the only one in New York State for homeless female veterans. And a lot of folks don't know that. So the rarity of that project and having this gem right in our backyard really puts us on the map for veteran services. People look to us for supports and services, and female veterans will come from all over to get these supports. Female veterans are actually the largest growing population of homeless right now, yet they have the least services available. So we're working on putting a nip on that and creating more services for our female veterans.
Yeah, you were telling me when we spoke on the phone to schedule this that you were building a new home for women and the children.
Absolutely. So right next to Guardian House, we have 4 acres. Right next to Guardian House, we're going to put in what's going to be called Foreverly House. And that will be the first and only home for homeless female veteran moms and their kids. So if we have a mom come to us and she has 2 little kids and she's served and she says, I'm homeless, I need some help. I can take that mom in, but I can't take the kids in. Since it's a VA supported home, we have to follow the guidelines and we respect that.
Mhm.
So looking forward, these females are faced with something no woman should ever have to come up with an answer for. Do I come forward and get the services that I need? I'm going to have to give my kids up. So either they're going to go into foster care, or they're going to go to maybe a spouse or a loved one that maybe you don't have a great relationship with. And that mom is like, hey, I don't know if I'm ever going to get my kids back. So you know what? Forget it. I am off. I am not coming forward. And I
Right.
completely don't blame these women.
Sure.
So as of right now, we have 26 moms with children that are identified as homeless that have served our country in our area. We are looking very quickly to go forward and build this home. We've been fundraising now for about 2.5 years, and we are looking to get a shovel in the ground this year for Foreverly House, which will be a duplex and first of its kind. And it's really going to put the capital region, the North Country, Saratoga, Ballston Spa, it's going to put it all on the map because this is going to be the only of its kind.
Nice. Was there a specific reason why they chose Ballston Spa?
So we originally had our offices in Guardian House. So many, many years ago, Guardian House is right off of the corner of Charlton Road. So just south of the village.
Mm.
we had a office in the front, and then throughout the years, we reconfigured the bedrooms. When we realized we needed more space for the female veterans, that's when they then took the offices out, and then we went into the old factory restaurant. So we're on the second floor in the rear of the building. So once we did that, we were able to reconfigure some of this space and then start adding some more bedrooms and additional supports in there as well.
Okay, great. What kind of drew you to this organization to be an employee, or, to be part of that organization?
It was truly a blessing. So I have two sons that are currently serving, one in the Marines and one in the Air Force. And I see what they've gone through, what their brothers and sisters have gone through, the families have gone through transitioning in and out of the service. And there are so many stumbling blocks. So when I connected with this organization about 4 or 5 years ago, I saw the amazing work that they've done. 100% of what we receive actually goes right back to our veterans, which is impressive. So going forward, it was when I was offered a position here, I jumped at it to be able to work in transitioning. Being a military family, you see how much everybody stumbles, and you feel it. You're in tune with it, so you can go forward and you can help them on a different level.
Mhm. Yeah, well, it's super important. I know a lot of the veterans, they come back from serving and they don't have these services that they need. So it's
Yeah.
really important and great that you guys are able to do this, with some of the funding that you have. So if somebody wanted to donate to the services, like, how would they go about doing that?
So you could go right onto our website, and there is a tab, it's vchcny.org. There's a tab on there, how can you help? And we could either take monetary donations, you could donate it to a specific program, whether it's Foreverly House, Guardian House, Vet House. And also we do accept gently used furniture items. So when our veterans transition out of the transitional housing and then go into permanent housing, we fit them up with everything that they need. So we get them secure housing, affordable housing, then we can fit them up with beds and tables and chairs and lamps and everything that you need, because it costs you pretty much like $2,000 to $3,000 to fit up an apartment. So by the support of the community, we take in those items. There is also another program that we have that a lot of folks don't know about, and this serves 7 counties. And this is the Support Services for Veteran Families program. And this program is just an amazing program that helps veterans and their families with all transitioning. So if we have a veteran that has a family and fell behind on their rent, we can actually step in there and help them pay first and last month's rent or moving expenses, help them get caught up on their utility bills so their heat or their electric is not shut off. If they fell behind where they need food or they need household items, we can help and backfill those as well. We have a veteran food pantry right in the office in Ballston Spa, and that's completely 100% community funded. That program has now supported probably about 1,700 veterans over the past 2 years. We started it right before COVID. So the food pantry went from 0 to 100 overnight. The SSVF program supports 7 counties, and it's great because we're right down in Saratoga, and it does Schenectady, Saratoga, Fulton, Montgomery, Warren, Washington, and Schoharie County.
So how would the veterans know that these services are available?
So we do a tremendous amount of outreach with other organizations, working with our community leaders, the veteran service officers for all of the counties, the hospitals, caseworkers, social managers, all of that. We really do a tremendous amount of outreach with the community by doing events like this, a lot, or just chatting with folks. You may have somebody that transitioned back that's falling on hard times. That needs that support, that needs that peer-to-peer. So a lot of it really is word of mouth. If somebody is suffering from homelessness or hunger or depression, PTS is something everybody is familiar with. MST is something that we're getting people more familiar with. And MST is what they call military sexual trauma. And we're estimating that over 95% of female veterans have experienced that while they
Wow.
served.
Wow.
It's tremendous. So
Yeah.
there's so many facets to this program, and how many services there are out there. You know, the list goes on and on what we can share and how we can support the veterans that we serve.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, again, super important, definitely necessary. So being located in Ballston Spa, you probably spend some time there, when not in the office, but, out in the community of Ballston Spa. Kind of what are some of the favorite things that you like to do in the neighborhood?
So we could not do what we do without the community support. And we are so blessed to be in such a patriotic village. The small businesses are really the backbone to our organization. So being a nonprofit, it is catamount that we have the support of the small businesses. So by going in and, going on a local meeting, if we have a meeting, we'll stop in and we'll have coffee at Coffee Planet, or we'll go down and we'll grab some sweets from one of the stores. It's a great way to showcase other people in the community, the rich community that we live in. When it comes down to fundraising, we do one fundraiser a year. And again, this is completely community funded, and it is a veterans ball. And it's hosted the first Sunday of every November. This year it's November 6th. And it's right at the Hall of Springs. The community, we go out and we get gift certificates and raffle items. And Ballston Spa is always they're so supportive in their support. We walk in, we tell them who we are, and oh, sure, Michelle, we would love to help you. Here's a gift certificate. We make gift baskets. And honestly, it's a win-win for everybody. For us, it's funding that we need. And 100% of what we're getting goes right now to fundraising for Foreverly House. For the businesses, we really help by showcasing, hey, look at this business. Coffee Planet donated this. The pizza place donated that. Really showcases the businesses in the community. We showcase them on the auction website and all of their logos, all their information. And without the community, we could not do what we do.
Absolutely. Well, and that's why it's so important to, we always say shop local, is because, they are a part of the community. And so they have, an advantage if they can be supported by the community and to support others in the community and all work together to maintain their businesses. So
Absolutely.
It's super important for all the support. So, well, thank you so much for meeting with me. I'm, super impressed with the organization and what you do. I'm happy to highlight you and, be able to give you a little bit of more exposure. And, yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. And do follow us on social media. We are very active. So we are always posting success stories, information about who we are, what we're doing, other businesses and community members that we've connected with. So it's a great way to see the daily in and out of who we are and what we do.
Yeah, absolutely. Great. Thank you so much, Michelle Viola-Straight from Veterans and Community Housing Coalition. And I am Tina VanDerwerker with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services.